What's up guys, FSC Speed Shop. Got a different video for you today. It's been a while since we brought you any boat content. Well, there's a reason for that. The old boat we had, the one that we named Jits 2, we sold that a while back. We had some reason to do that. Long story short, the shutdown during COVID had a little bit to do with it. But to be honest, I got that boat from my father and it never really was the right boat for this family. With that being said, we went ahead and replaced it. I gotta thank my son Matt because while my truck isn't quite finished yet, we're using his truck because, well, this is what we used to pick it up. By the way, my son's license plate did finally come in because, well, the state of Wisconsin finally decided to get off their rear ends and get us license plates. We've been running on temporary plates now for, I don't know, a month and a half or so. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you know that we're a family channel. I often have my son and my girl Jen on the channel with me because, well, some of the channel not only about the how-tos as far as how to work on this truck or how to work on other things, how to build Chevelles and custom make frames, but also the stuff that we do with the family toys. That's what we do. We have family toys. Hence, you don't need a V10 Dodge Ram, but why not? It does make a good first vehicle for your 16-year-old son. It does epic burnouts too. So we do other content with this channel, but the purpose of this video is to show off the new toy and the reason I got the new toy. Well, to be honest, the cameraman is 16 years old and he's not gonna be around forever, so it's time to actually be able to enjoy the things. Remember the old boat we were just speaking of? It's really the wrong boat for what we intended on doing with the boat. So, without further ado, hey Jen, come here. You got something to show off, don't you?
Yes.
And you have absolutely been working hard. She's been working really hard to get our new boat into the condition that it is in. So, let's go ahead and show it off. All right, Matt, give me the camera. Why don't you go ahead and uncover it, Matt, and I'll go ahead and get some nice crispy shots of it. The boat is a 1989 Sea Ray 268 Sundancer. Now, in these model years of Sea Ray, the Sundancer basically meant it has a aft cabin or a little hidey hole for guests or your kid or whoever to sleep, which is stuck up underneath the helm. The boat is powered by a 454 Chevy V8 under the Mercury brand, and it has a Bravo drive. That's right, it doesn't have that Alfa bolted on the back of the 454. The Alfa was underpowered. It couldn't handle the torque of the 454, and that was a notorious problem with the 268s. This one has the Bravo drive. It also makes life a little bit easier as the impeller is not in the drive, it's actually in the front of the engine. Or you're gonna see that in the next video. I don't know what his story was, but I do think he was in a little over his head with it. See, he never changed the name to it. Apparently they used to call it Blue Crew, and it used to stay in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It has a marina sticker on the boat trailer itself to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, but he has a marina sticker out of McKinley Park. McKinley Park, by the way, is where I did one of the older Cars and Coffees from a year or two ago. But I went ahead and did it. That's where McKinley Park is, down by Milwaukee. He sold it to me, and to be honest, for what the boat is and what I paid for it, I feel I got a pretty damn good deal. However, there's a lot more to the story of this boat than you're gonna see in this video. This video, we're just introducing you to the boat and showing off the work that Jen did, because usually it's me on the camera, so I'll let the rest of the crew go ahead and get started in on that. I'm going first. All right, it's Fat Boy's turn. I always worry about breaking the damn steps right off the boat, but the swim platform seems to support me just fine. It's actually very solid. still some cleaning work that needs to be done here in the cockpit, but this is how it sits right now. Jen just got done with the inside. One thing I didn't realize was, technically, we own a yacht. I mean, who thought that, right? Certainly wasn't something I ever saw in my future. Technically, we own a yacht. So 2 or 3 steps down. Now we're inside. A little warm in here, ain't it?
Yes.
Open up the hatches. Let some air in. Got these little screens, help keep the bugs out. And you put the screen back quick, open the other ones. Ah, that wind feels nice, don't it? Nice breeze coming right through. It doesn't translate well on the camera, but it sure is there. Can you reach, baby?
Yep.
Jen's a little short, so it's a little difficult for her.
This is perfect then.
So why don't you show us what we got in here?
Well, let's start with here. This would be where we sleep.
The master bed, basically.
Yes.
I'll put that cushion down, show them what it does. So effectively your master bed is up front, storage along the side, lights on the sides for reading, breaker panels there. Your beginning of your windows all through here, and then right behind you, well, here, actually flip that seat back up, so I have room to film. And right behind Jen over here is your galley. Now there's some of the stuff that Jen used to clean up the boat, but go ahead and show what we got here.
We got a sink, microwave, refrigerator. That's all cleaned down. I cleaned all this up. And
storage.
Some more storage down here, which is pretty nice size. Stick some stuff down there.
Now the microwave, that probably isn't going to stick around, to be honest, because if it gets rough water, I gotta figure out a way to store that, but it might stick around. Now that piece underneath here, this is actually part of the table. That flips up under here, but it's been removed for whatever reason. Which, by the way, there's your table right here. Now the trick with this table is it'll also fold down and make into a bed. Again, more storage, radio, lights, more storage up on top, storage up here, cubby.
Storage down here, a couple of drawers. Got a drawer here.
And of course the part that, well, has to be cleaned up because, well, it's a necessary part of a boat. What do we got here?
Bathroom.
Or the head, however you want to refer to it, either way. The toilet. Go ahead.
I said, which I've also cleaned. It was pretty rough in here. Looks a lot better now.
The toilet is technically a porta potty, which is not hooked up. It's sitting in because we just put it in for the video. Jen just got done cleaning it. But it hooks up through the back, out to the side, the through holes. This way the marinas could suck it out to clean it. And that way, you know, it's basically Same as a full service if you're on a much bigger boat. Or you can take it out and dump the toilet contents in the toilet here at the shop or even at home. Either way works fine. Storage underneath the sink, I see.
More storage. It's not that big, but what are we gonna do? Ain't gonna be storing that much stuff down there.
And more cleaning supplies in the sink. It isn't the biggest thing in the world. However, with that being said, now what you might not realize about sitting here on the toilet is this is actually your shower. If you look up here real quick, there's a little hookup for your shower head. It just hooks up here. It would be a hose that would hook to your sink right here. Okay, we have it removed because Jen was cleaning it. If you look down on the floor, underneath my foot, you'll see the drain. So that's right, you can literally shit, shower, and shave at the same exact time. It's basically just like a smaller camping trailer. Campers do it the exact same way. You're basically sitting on a toilet in the shower next to your sink. That's the ultimate. I mean, you don't even have it that good at home, do you? Matt, you got something you wanted to show the viewers.
I want to show you why this is called a Sea Ray 268 Sundancer. My room.
So underneath the helm right here, you look, there's this bubble up in the fiberglass where Jen's standing. We'll come out here. I know it's backlit and difficult to see. And then here we are is Matthew.
This is what is known as the aft cabin. It is located underneath the helm and is a small bedroom, or it could be turned into a couch by lifting up this cushion and putting the side cushions up. It does have a few storage areas. You have the two over here, the mirrors all around, and then you have the big storage area right here. Lucky for me, I have a little fan as well for once we get out on the water and hook it up. I have a fan and a light in the corner. Keep myself nice and cool.
Now you have it set up in like couch configuration. Correct. With that cushion removed.
Yes. This is couch configuration, and you could sit. And or lay down if you're small enough. You could still lay on the couch configuration.
You said something about up here?
There should, from what I'm seeing, there's a rail system, which I believe would be a curtain. There's also a window. By opening up the sliding screen, delatching it and allowing it to open, I can then open it up and say, hi, Jen.
Hi, baby. And you see right out to the back of the boat.
And then you could shut it. And if you don't want no light, you could shut a curtain. And now it's darker. Makes it nice.
This would be effectively your room.
Yes.
And if we have Bino on board.
This is his room, and I get the table bed.
Right.
Yeah. And you could see.
By the way, speaking of my best friend, my buddy Bino, you seen him in other videos, he's still single.
You need someone to sit in that passenger seat of the Cadillac we all show on the channel.
Hate to interrupt you guys, but I gotta go to work now.
Sorry, baby.
That's okay.
Taking all your time away.
Yep.
All right, I'll see you later. Me and Matt will finish the video.
All right, sounds good.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
too.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye, Jen.
See you later.
Now, bear in mind, it is a 268, meaning it's trailerable. It only has an 8'6" beam, meaning it's width. So it's a little narrow in the cabin, I will admit. But that's all right. Bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
Now there are two ways of getting up to the bow. Both I thoroughly enjoy doing. To get up to the bow the funnest way, you must move the cushion so you're not stepping on them and making them dirty. Climb up here, poke your little head out, and you jump, and you're up. And now you're on the bow.
And then there's the other way, because I've tried to go through that hole, and as I might fit, it just seemed uncomfortable for a guy my size. So then there's the old school way. Again, it's a 268. It's not as wide as much bigger, what most people would consider actual yachts. But with that being said, the way the Sea Ray designed is to crawl over the back. Now this is weird, because you have your bimini top posts here, which the bimini top's been removed, but you step here, but this is in the way. Makes it a little more difficult. Sea Ray didn't always design the best and smartest things out there, I'll admit, but if you're wondering why I did buy a Sea Ray, it was because Sea Ray is notoriously solid as far as boat construction goes. Now this being an 89 is during the years when Brunswick, the same people who owned Bayliner, bought Sea Ray, and Sea Ray no longer stood alone, but in my opinion, there's still enough quality in Sea Ray in 89 to where you don't have the Brunswickization of the Sea Ray brand. It's kind of like when Freightliner bought Western Star. Why would you even buy one? If you're in the trucking world, you know what I mean. With that, see if I can get my big ass up over here. First time I've done this, by the way. Now, this seems pretty easy when you're on the trailer and when you have the wall of my shop to use so you don't fall off. But she's rocking back and forth. I'll just send my kid through the front porthole. Again, you see I'm bouncing off the building? But again, it's only a 268 with only an 8'6" beam. I thought was cool is it has an anchor storage part right up here on the front. And then your anchor cabin, which hasn't had anything in it for a while. You can tell by the cobwebs. Yeah, still gotta clean that. So there's your anchor and rope. So there'd be your anchor and rope locker.
I'm the king of the world! I wish.
Well, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way, at least. Another thing it has up here is this nice little sun pad for the ladies to lay out on. Yes, it needs to be cleaned terribly. I don't know when the last time this thing saw water other than the rainstorm when we bought it and towed it home. In this video, I simply wanted to introduce my subscribers to the Sea Ray 268 that we just bought, and also to bring anybody from the boating world back to my channel. Since I sold Jits 2, I no longer have the ability to give you boating content. So this is going to be the beginning of the boating content returning to FSC Speed Shop. I've made a lot of friends in the boating community, in the boating YouTube world, and a few other different organizations within this region of area. However, the boat we had, like I said earlier, was simply the wrong type of boat. This is the perfect boat for us. I would have went with a 270 I was looking at. 270 is just a little bit longer, but 270 is wider. It's actually 10 feet wide, which actually is a bigger, better boat. And that boat was twin engine. However, I can't trailer it easy without wide load. Yes, I can pull basically everything. My truck or Matthew's truck here, the Dodge with the V10, is plenty big to move either boat. The difference was I didn't want to have to go get wide load permits. I do intend on bringing this boat out to New Jersey. I intend on bringing this boat down to Florida. Heck, I'd like to see the West Coast, go out to California, go see the Pacific Ocean. One of the rivers I'd love to see that my trucking job has had me pass many times, I think is absolutely beautiful, is the Columbia River. It's the border between Washington State and Oregon. I'd love to run up and down it. There's locks and all up through there. You see the big, huge barges going through the Great Lakes. I have a goal to maybe take this boat through the Erie Canal one day, up through upstate New York. Heck, I'd even love to even try, albeit in pieces, I'd even love to try the Great Loop. We'll just see. The point is, I needed a boat that could travel and not have to have wide load permits, so the Sea Ray 268 was the perfect boat for us. Now, I'd love to go ahead and put this boat out on the water and give you guys a ride. However, what you don't know is the name of this boat is Some Assembly Required. This is FSC Speed Shop after all. And if I got a deal on it, that means something was wrong. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the next video. Peace.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first die. Stretch. Time to run it off. I wake up, flex. Thumb down, now check. No drip, this whack. Time to run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first die. Stretch. Time to run it off.
You still here?
Sand roll through my hands, I'm by my